So take courage, my heart. Stay steadfast, my soul. He's in the waiting. Oh, you're in the waiting.
Hey everybody, Pastor Jake here, AMP Student Ministries, youth pastor for Harvest Christian Center. Excited to get to do these bonfire conversations with our lit students, our leadership students. That's what we call our leadership team of students is lit. If you've watched any of these videos, you've heard me say that already. And we're excited today, bringing to you the next lit team interview, and that is with
Kim Siliven.
Kim. Now, okay, so here we go. I always call you Sullivan. That's wrong because I can't pronounce your last name. So slowly help me pronounce your last name here.
Siliven.
Yes. Is that right? Siliven. Okay. Siliven. I'll have to remember that. Kim Siliven. I always butchered. I don't know if you knew that or not, but
Everybody does.
Butchered your name horribly.
Everybody does.
So this is Kim, and she's one of our awesome lit team students on our student leadership side of things. We have a great team of students. She's one of the younger ones as well, one of our newer lit students. She just joined, AMP. She just started coming to AMPs back in the fall, right? Mm-hmm. So when she transitioned from 5th to 6th grade, she transitioned into youth with us and started, and then come to me and said, "Hey, what do I do to join the lit team?" So I said, "Well, I get to shoot paintballs at you for an hour and a half." No, not really. That didn't happen. No, I said, "That's awesome. Let's pray about it. Let's talk about it and have an application." And he filled it out, and we prayed about it, and my team prayed about it, and we're like, "Yep, let's put her on. We think she's a good fit for this." So not everybody gets to be on the lit team, and that's okay too. I'm one of those guys that not everybody gets a trophy. Okay, I'm just saying, that's just who I am. So be mad at me, liberals. I don't care. So nevertheless, this is about you today. So we're going to talk about you, and I've got my computer up here today so that I don't forget things that I want to ask you. So let's start with this. You've told us your name, Kim Siliven. Is that right?
Yes.
Siliven. Kim, how old are you?
13.
13. 13. I feel sorry for your dad. I have a 13-year-old too. No, my 13-year-old's awesome. Y'all have met her. She's one of your close friends, good friends. So you're 13. What school do you go to?
Central Middle School.
Central Middle School. Shout out to Central. We're not repping their colors today because she's like, no. But she did like this. Let's go. What's your favorite color? What is your favorite color? Blue is your favorite color. That's kind of a purple-ish blue. Why blue? Why do you like blue so much?
I just like blue.
Just likes blue. Just likes blue. All right. So you're in 6th grade. What's your favorite food? Tell me about that. Let's talk about this because I'm going to do something. Fruit? Okay. I like fruit. No, I was just weird hearing a student say fruit. I like fruit. What's your favorite fruit? Which one? Like
Strawberries.
Strawberries? Do you like kiwis? You ever had kiwis?
No.
Kiwis are good. You gotta try that. Anyway, sorry. That's neither here nor there. We're just having a conversation. Pretend like they're not even existing. So you like fruit. That's new. That's different. Any particular place you like to get fruit from?
Not really.
No? Now, I know I'm going to ask you some questions out of some things I know about. They're going to learn about you. You've been on a cruise. You've been to like Latin-speaking, Spanish-speaking countries. Like where all the weird countries. These people may watch this. Calm down. Albert Pujols gets a hold of this. He may get mad at me. Did you eat any fruit from those tropical countries when you were there?
No.
Why?
We pretty much just bought stuff like jewelry and stuff.
But they were trying to sell you stuff right off the boat too. Stuff that's not legal in the United States. Anyway, so we'll move on beyond that. So out of that, let's go there. What's your favorite country? Because you've been to some different countries now, which is kind of neat for you, being on the cruise. What was your favorite country to be in? Which one of those ports that you've stayed at off that cruise was your favorite place to?
Probably Cozumel.
Cozumel. What about why? What was it about Cozumel that?
Just going to the ocean and.
So you like the
ocean?
You like the ocean?
I don't like the ocean. I don't like swimming in the ocean. I just like the view of it. I don't like the salt water.
These people. people, I swear. The ocean's awesome, by the way, everybody. Just so everybody knows. The ocean is the greatest place on the planet, next to Missouri. That's not true. The ocean's way better than Missouri. I'm just...
Rivers or lakes or any of those either.
You don't like those things?
No.
It's because you're weird. Anyway, so your favorite food is fruit. But if you had to pick a meal type food, what's your favorite? They're just watching in anticipation, waiting to find out. They are like sitting on the edge of their seat like, what is Kim's favorite food?
Probably our mom's Dorito casserole.
Dorito? What's in that? That sounds legitimate. Why have I never been invited for Dorito casserole? That's not fair. I want to come over for some Dorito casserole. Tell me what's in that.
About a bunch of vegetables, Doritos obviously, and
A bunch of what?
vegetables.
Vegetables. Okay.
It's just like tuna casserole,
Okay. So
just with
so it's like-
Doritos in it.
That's chicken. Chicken? Chicken. I heard chicken in my brain just said chicken for some reason. I had chicken today. Had some El Tapatio. By the way, restaurants are open. Go eat at them. All right. So talking about restaurants and your mom's that's your favorite food. You haven't mentioned anywhere out to eat. Do you have a favorite restaurant that you like to go to?
I go to all sorts, so Burger King.
Burger King. Burger King. Okay, I like Burger King. I ate some Burger King as well. But have you ever ate at Colton's or Applebee's or
I went to Applebee's once.
El Tapatio?
Yeah, I've been to El Tapatio. We went there not too long ago.
And you didn't like Burger King better than those?
I like their nachos from El Tapatio.
I love these kids. These kids are fun. They pick some of the funnest things to say. Anyway, okay. So with that, your favorite restaurant. I'm going to throw a question at you that I haven't thrown at anybody yet. And this is fun because we could offend some people. Maybe not. I don't think we will. What's your least favorite restaurant to go to?
My least? Catfish.
Catfish Kettle? What?
I don't
Dear
like fish.
Lord.
I don't like fish.
Get out now. Just leave. There's something wrong with you. You don't like Catfish Kettle? Oh my gosh. Are you from here?
I don't like bacon.
Dear Lord. Guys, we didn't pray hard enough. Apparently we need to kick her off the lit team because apparently she does not have a clue what is good in life. Oh my goodness. I'm so saddened, right? I am learning so much about you, but it's breaking my heart at this moment. Like, I just had bacon the other day. Can I tell a quick story? I'll tell you. I'm not telling them. I'll talk to you. So I'm outside digging holes. I'm putting a fence up around the yard, and I'm doing the dad manly thing. And my wife brings me out a plate. This is early in the morning, like 8 o'clock, and my wife brings me out a plate of bacon and eggs and sausage, and I'm like, oh, manly food. But you're like, yuck.
I like sausage and eggs a little bit, not all the time.
You still have problems. You still have problems. All right, let's get away from food because you're just making me sad right now. So, I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it because they don't. Do you have a pet?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 2 dogs.
2 dogs. Tell us about your 2 dogs.
They're both crazy.
So they fit into the house just fine because we're going to get into that here in a second.
Yeah. One's name is Bob Ross.
He's alive. Bob Ross is still with us. No offense. You know something? I'm gonna share something real quick. I didn't know this until maybe a year ago that Bob Ross was no longer with us and hasn't been with us for some time now. Apparently, didn't even know that. Like he's been gone for years even, and I'm like, Bob Ross is dead. Not your Bob Ross though. He's alive and well. Does your Bob Ross paint as well as? No. Okay.
He does like to get in mud though and turn himself black.
Okay.
White dog that becomes black.
A white dog that turns black. So Bob Ross, that's one of them. And what about the other one?
The other one's Baby Girl.
Baby Girl. Baba, baby girl, come here. Sorry, anyway.
All the time.
Good. So tell us about baby girl. What's she like?
She's a cuddle dog. She does chew things up. They both do. She's shy.
They're puppies. And we shot a video of you because you are quite the you're driven by missions. You really like to do missions project, which is awesome. This is why we pick students like Kim, because they are driven to see the gospel go around the world, and I love it. So I get a call. Actually, maybe you told me. I can't remember if you told me or your dad called me, but we were talking. And you're like, I want to raise money, and this is back for the India project, and when we were raising money to send to India to train up pastors and build churches, and you did I remember the dogs. You had those dogs; they were little puppies then. This was only like maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So you're driven by missions. I remember those dogs then. Tell us a little bit about. Why your heart is towards mission. We'll do this and then we'll jump back into some lighter stuff. But like what is it about missions that makes you want to see people send money to people and help people?
Doing missions can change people's lives in miraculous ways. Probably said that wrong. But
It's okay, you can't say permanent either, so that's cool.
No. But it can change people's lives because not only people on the streets, some people just do it just to get money, and some people who are actually hungry. It's like the people who actually need it. You're not wasting something. Just doing missions helps people around the world when they need it. It helps them get to know God and actually get something they need.
Now, would you like to go on a missions trip?
Yes.
And your dad helps me, works with us. He's one of my adult I hate calling them adult leaders. They're more like pastors than anything, because they help pastor these students with me, and they're awesome. And your dad's an awesome guy, man. He helps me with all kinds of stuff here. Shout out to Steve Helm, you're awesome. But he's all about missions, and but with your dad, tell us a little bit about your house. I want them to know about your house. How many kids live in the house? Total.
8 or 9.
8 or see, here's the deal. 8 or 9. We may have lost one somewhere or picked one up. Who knows? And but that's a daily thing, because you could come home and be like, oh, surprise, there's a new child here, and mom wasn't pregnant for 9 months. Because why is that though? Tell us about that. Because
so they foster and they take in kids who need a home because their parents could be doing something wrong, or just they get taken away for a stay.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this question. This is going to be fun. How crazy is that? To come home, and you're probably used to it by now because you've seen so much of it. But how much this is, I'm not trying to sound mean when I say this, but does it just seem chaotic?
Always.
All the time. And let me ask this question. So I know there's been some kids that are and they're kids are kids. My kids are this way. So the kids are just "Rawr!" But when you times that by 8, then it's "Rawr!" all over the place. So with that being, do you even notice now when a new kid comes in, or do you trip over them and be like, oh, where'd you come from?
Man. There's been a few times I forgot we got a new kid.
that's fun.
And then we had the Dolan's kid over not too long ago, and I always thought they were part of our family.
It's oh, we got new children. Oh wait, no, that's a different family that goes to church with us. All right, well, that's awesome. All right, so let's. So I already asked you how many siblings you had. And I asked your favorite. What's your favorite song?
My favorite song, probably "Tell Me" by Carrollton.
I don't know that one. Can you sing part of it? Can you tell me part? She sings, folks. By the way, just so you know, I get videos on occasion. We're going to work on inserting some of these students into the worship team, but she also, due to unfortunate panic, and I call it panic, not pandemic, because it was really just a stupid panic that we didn't need to panic over. I'm going to get people booing me for that, but nevertheless, over the coronavirus. But she and several other students were set to go to Fine Arts as a festival within Assemblies of God, where they go and sing, and they're graded on their talents. And she sings. Do you play any other instruments?
I play percussion.
So you're a percussionist. Okay. So you like to beat things with sticks. Got it. Just forewarning everybody, she likes to swing sticks at that stuff. So out of percussion, what is your favorite? Because percussion is more than drums. It's a multitude of instruments.
Xylophone, bells, xylophone, triangle, bass. No.
Timpani drums.
Yeah.
What's your favorite one of those to play?
Probably xylophone.
Xylophone? I hated that one when I was in there because I always had to memorize the music, and the teacher didn't want me to do that. She was a sweet lady. I'm so rude today. I don't know. All right. So, do you want to play like a drum set? Are you interested in getting into that, or?
Guess just like the part of the sound from all the instruments combined together in one song.
So you like the full band set. So you're not interested in playing a drum set at this point?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So tell me that favorite song. It's called "Tell Me."
Tell Me by Carrollton.
By Carrollton. Okay. Is that "Go Tell Me Who I Am"? Is that one?
Tell me I am.
I know that. Okay, thanks, because I'm not good with names of songs and people because I don't listen to enough radio to know. So, what's your favorite? Okay, that's your favorite song. What's your favorite worship song? So, like when we come into this room next week, which will be later. It won't be next week for you all. We'll have already had service by that point. But on June 3rd, when we come back in here, what's your favorite worship song? What song would you like to be worshiping to?
Dancing on the Grave.
That's a good one. That's why you like that one so much.
It's just the Holy Ghost fire and joy song that you can really let loose.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to ask you. We'll keep it light for just a second. What's your favorite sport? Do you have a favorite sport?
Basketball.
People in basketball, I swear. Steve, we're going to have to work baseball, buddy. We have to work on these kids. Baseball. Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite basketball team? Do you like professional basketball, or you just like? Is it just because it's the sport you like to play?
It's just the sports I like to play.
Just the sports you like to play. Do you like to watch sports on TV at all?
No.
Man, okay. So you're a communist. I'm sorry. No, you're not a communist. You're an awesome kid. So you like to play basketball. What's your position? What position you play?
I play defense.
Okay.
In pretty much all of the places.
Okay. So, I got to come watch you play a game.
Yeah.
I cheered you on. Could you imagine me? She can, but could you imagine me at one of your sporting events? I'll come cheer you on too. It'd be a fun time. I annoyed everybody. So basketball is your favorite sport. What's your favorite animal?
Dog.
A dog. So you have dogs, but I didn't know if maybe you liked horses or no. Okay. Keeping it light. We're gonna keep it light for a little more. What's your favorite drink? Like, it can be soda. It can be anything. What's your favorite drink?
I like water, but I also like Dr. Pepper out of soda.
I had a feeling he's gonna say, "What is up with this healthy child? I don't understand this." All right. So.
Hey, I like a lot of junk food, but I also.
Well.
Yeah.
Anyway. So your favorite, you like Dr. Pepper, so we can live with that. So that's my favorite soda too. Let's move into. You told me before we started the interview that you didn't have a favorite verse. So you got there's multitudes. Apparently there's multitudes on Post-it notes all over your wall in your room.
There's a bunch of papers all over my wall of just Bible verses and quotes of Bible verses.
What is one of them that's on the wall that you can think of?
Romans 1:16.
Okay, so I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. That's awesome. That's a good one. Let's ask this question. What's your favorite subject in school? Like, you haven't been in school in a while. You were quick to answer that. Math. Is it the subject you liked or the teacher?
The subject.
The subject. So you like the subject. You didn't. We're not going to tell you who the teacher is because I think I know who the teacher is.
Jennings.
My daughter loved her. They got along great. So you like math. Who's your favorite teacher though?
Either my reading teacher, Mr. Emsart, or my choir teacher, Mr. Boyer.
Gotcha. Mr. Boyer's pretty cool. He goes to church here too, by the way. Shout out to Mr. Boyer. So you're going to be in the 7th grade next year. Next year you can start doing sports and some other stuff at Central. You plan on playing basketball there then? Any other sport that you might try diving into?
No.
No?
Unless track, but that depends on.
You like to hit people with sticks. You might make a good hockey player. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Nothing about hockey. So.
You don't have to. Just hit people with sticks. Should be all right. No. So I'm trying to word this question right. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite? I hate wording this because I hate to use the term character, but person out of biblical history, okay? This is going to be like a 2-part kind of question. Biblical history, out of the Bible, a person you've read about, because I hate to say character and I hate to say story because it's all factual stuff. Who is your favorite person, other than Jesus, because that should be like everybody's answer. This is how I always word this question. Who's your favorite person in the Bible?
Mary.
Mary. Tell me why.
Just the way, like, not only in the Bible, just whenever you watch some of movies about how he died, how Jesus died on the cross, if you watch how Mary reacts through the whole thing.
You're talking about the mother,
yes.
Jesus' mother, okay.
It's just how she, like, reacts on how it's happening, and then at the end, whenever she touches his feet, it just, like...
That's neat. So, Massey, this is the second part of this question. If Mary was sitting in this room and you had time to ask her one question, just one, and you ask her any one thing, what would it be?
Probably, like, how did she feel at the end whenever Jesus arose?
Okay. Like when she knew he was... Like he'd come back to life and he was, because they all knew that he was the Son of God. But, you wonder how much thought they had on that because they still look at him as a human, as somebody they loved, and they watched him die, but then he's back. So what kind of emotion did they have? That's good. That's awesome. Follow-up question to that. What's your favorite book in the Bible to read out of? Like, where's your favorite go-to place? Like, if you're just like, hey, I just want to read something in the Bible, where are you going? Like, this would be a hard question for me because I don't know that I have a place. I just like kind of like reading the whole thing, but
I usually just flip through and see wherever it takes me.
Gotcha.
So I don't.
Because I go through these spurts where I want to read about the prophets and read there, and then I want to read Bible prophecy and Revelation, and then so I just kind of bounce all over the place. So I'm kind of in the same boat with you. What's the Okay, I'm gonna go back here. Back up. We're gonna lighten it up a little bit. Now, out of history of anybody that you could meet, they could be alive, they could be gone, doesn't matter. If you could meet one person, doesn't have to be Bible, it could just be anybody. If you could meet one person, who would you want to meet? I mean, I get it's hard because you've already met me. It's like it's just.
I don't have a favorite person. I'd rather meet like almost everybody out of the Bible than meet a famous person.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you can name another famous. So is it just Mary, or is there another person that maybe you would like to meet?
I'd rather just pretty much meet everybody in the Bible.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kind of get a perception, answer out of them of how some of them dealt with it whenever Jesus rose.
Gotcha. Awesome. That's good. I think I would like to meet Peter at the moment when he cut the dude's ear off. I just call me weird. I don't know. All right, so let's follow up. Let's end it with this. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about? Tell us about. Let me back up a little bit. This is a mean question. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. Do you have a favorite person in your house?
Maybe.
Okay, we won't share who that is. We won't share. Stop that. We won't do that. We won't do that. I asked Drew that question, and when I did, I can't remember. I think he named his grandpa or maybe his grandma. He named one or the other, and then I think he thought about it after the fact, and he's like, "Oh wait, everybody's gonna see this." So no. All right. So if you could tell, we'll end it with this right here. If you could tell everybody who's going to be watching this, you could tell them all one thing, the most important thing from your life that you've learned to this point. Because I believe in students. I believe that students have a voice, and I believe that they can share great wisdom with people because a lot of them have been through a lot of stuff already as it is. And whether they have or haven't what it looks like on the surface, I still believe a lot of students have a lot of great wisdom and a lot of things that they should be able to tell and have a voice. You have an opportunity to tell everybody one thing that you want to leave them with. What is that? Look right at that camera and just tell them.
Mainly just even if you're going through something if you're going through a tough time or something, and either you know God or you don't, there's always a time you can trust in Him, pray with Him, and get to know Him, and a lot of your pain will go away and turn into joy.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. Amen. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I'm Pastor Jake. This is Sister Kim. She's awesome. She's one of our leadership students. And here's something we want you to know and we want you to do. We want you to come meet her here. Like, we're doing these videos so that you can get to know a little bit about her, but we want you to come and get to know her here because she would love to pray with you. She would love to talk to you and just become one of your friends. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. So we thank you guys for watching this. We thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channels and follow us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. And share these videos because we want to bring hope to somebody's life. And we thank you guys so much. You have a great day. You happy with that?
You said, Jesus, there would be another student missions movement out of America. Oh God, so we say, let it be, let it be.